Greetings. This is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central on another beautiful day in paradise. Absolutely. Another beautiful day in paradise. Well. I'm feeling good like I knew I should, and I hope you are as well. And if not, I hope you would. Yeah, so let's see what we got for you today. Oh, we got some good stuff for you today. We got some of the best visuals and audio and stories all mashed up together in one great story about Marcus Mosiah Garvey. In fact, today's segment is called Africa for the Africans. Africa for the Africans. And we're going to be reading from this little tome right here that you would have a hard time trying to find on Amazon, as a matter of fact. Yes, not available on Amazon. So you know it's rare. So I want y'all to listen really closely. Listen close, pay attention. You want to pick up everything I'm putting down today. But before we get started, you know what we need to do. Number one, give us a like if you're watching on Facebook. Number two, give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. And last but not least, go ahead and give us the benefit of your largesse by going ahead and telling your friends, your family, your neighbors, your would-be friends all about Black Facts so that they can tune in just like you, because we want everybody out there to have more than just a clue. We want them to know just what they should do. So let's see what we've got today for some words of wisdom. What words of wisdom does Marcus have for us today? All right, let's see what we got here. See if we got anything that's relevant. Okay. Now, I thought I read this one before, but maybe I didn't, so I'm going to read it again. The ends you serve that are selfish will take you no further than yourself. But the ends you serve that are for all in common will take you even into eternity. And let me just make sure to check that one off. So I make sure not to read that again. Although I might say it again, or we might recollect it again, because we should recollect these things. These are words of wisdoms, jewels that Marcus Garvey was dropping wherever he went. He would just be dropping jewels like this all the time. So let's see what we got here. Africa for the Africans. Now it looks like I've already started reading from this tome. That's what it looks like. And so I believe I have. So let's go ahead and we're going to pick up where I have my bookmark here indicating where we left off. This chapter is called Propaganda Circles the Globe. An important, very important topic for today. Today, people like to call propaganda, they like to call it fake news. But fake news, propaganda, they're one and the very same thing. One and the very same thing, propaganda. For the last 2 years, we have spent over $1 million to scatter our propaganda to the four corners of the world. And we, almost forgot that one. And we who spent the money and the members of the association who subscribed the money have absolutely no regret for doing so, for so doing. We are satisfied that our sacrifice of 2.5 years has brought together this great convention of Negroes from all parts of the world, and we feel sure that within the 31 days of this month, the Negroes who come to this convention will not depart without writing history for their own race. A history that we ourselves will be proud of and our posterity will cherish. Today, as you assemble in Liberty Hall, you present to me the noblest company and most brilliant array of Negroes in the world at this time. I feel sure that outside of the scattered branches of UNIA, there is no group of Negroes thinking as we are in terms of freedom, not fettered freedom, but absolute freedom. We are the only set of Negroes who believe that if it is right for the white man to rule and dominate, if it is right for the yellow man to rule and dominate, it is also right for 400 million black people to rule and dominate and shape their own destiny. That is the reason why we meet in Liberty Hall. Not as cringing sycophants, but as men and women standing erect and demanding our rights from all quarters. Let me bid the delegates welcome to Liberty Hall, the cradle of Negro liberty. Let me compliment the members of the Universal Negro Improvement Association for the splendid work they have done in the last 2.5 years, because the burden of this work fell on us here in New York. For 2.5 years, we've had to sacrifice thousands and thousands of dollars, indeed hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have had to sacrifice our time day in and day out in order to spread this propaganda. When men of our own race despised and discouraged us, when men of other races spurned us, did everything to prevent us from organizing, we got together and floated the banner of the red, the black, and the green until today. We have over 700 branches of this association in every nation of the world. We have an active membership of 3.5 million. And after this convention, we feel that in the space of 12 months, we will not only have 3.5, but at least 100 million members in the UNIA. We are hoping in another decade that the Negro will be organized universally so as to be able to take care of his own liberty, of his own freedom, and establish his own democracy. And let me say to you that we will do this not because we are all powerful among ourselves, but because we hold Jesus Christ as our standard bearer, and wheresoever he leads, we will follow in like manner as we followed him up the heights of Calvary. When the white man despised and spurned him, a member of the black race, Simon the Cyrenian, took up the cross and bore it with Jesus. And as we bore it then and followed him up the heights of Calvary, so are we following him now. The delegates who came to New York have absolutely nothing to fear. There is no race or nation in the world that can intimidate the present-day Negro. The new Negro's cry is that we must have liberty or death. We are men. We were sent to France and Flanders and Mesopotamia by the white man to fight for democracy. That democracy we have not yet won, and we will continue to fight for it until we have completely won it for ourselves. We refuse to beg or cringe any longer. We demand our rightful place in the sun. So let me bid you again, welcome to Liberty Hall. Welcome to the first convention of the UNIA. I trust our deliberations for the 31 days of August will be brimful of great results. I feel they will be. Therefore, I ask the support of every Negro in this state, morally and financially, to help this convention achieve the success which it rightly deserves. Afternoon session. The Honorable Marcus Garvey, in welcoming the delegates, said, "Fellow members of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, delegates to the convention, once more it is my good fortune to welcome you to Liberty Hall. We are assembled here this afternoon for the second meeting of the opening of our great international convention, the purpose of which is known to all of us. For 2.5 years, the Universal Negro Improvement Association has been teaching the doctrine of unity among the Negro peoples of the world. Through the success of the teaching of this doctrine, we are able to bring together in New York at this time Negroes from every known part of the world. We are here to celebrate the greatest event in the history of the Negro for the last 500 years. We are here because we are a suffering public. We are here because we are tired of being a suffering people. We are here because we desire our liberty. We believe that all those human rights that are common to the rest of mankind should also be enjoyed by us. And for that purpose, we assemble ourselves in this great international convention to discuss the ways and means through which we will get that liberty that we have been deprived of for the last 500 years. We are here not for the purpose of apologizing for our race, our color, or anything pertaining to us as a people. We are here because we regard and respect ourselves as men and as 400 millions of a race. We desire our place in the sun. That place has been denied us. That place we are determined to take for ourselves. So we are assembled for the second time in this cradle of liberty. Liberty Hall is indeed the cradle of liberty. It is the Mecca at which all men who desire freedom assemble for the purpose of giving expression to their thoughts. And we, no less than the rest of mankind, shall continue to give expression to our thoughts until we achieve the things we have set for ourselves. There is a glorious destiny for the Negro, and before the Negro, but that destiny is to the Negro's own making. And we of the Universal Negro Improvement Association are determined to carve a way to a brighter and more glorious destiny. So I once more bid you welcome to Liberty Hall. I once more say to you delegates, be of good cheer. I once more say to the members of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, be without fear. There is but one fear that we know, and that is the fear that Roosevelt talked about, namely, fear God and no other fear. As men, we live. As free men, we shall die. This is an age that is causing all men to feel that they are entitled to liberty and to freedom. We are not selfish in our desire for freedom. We know that there are many other peoples that are suffering just as we are suffering. We are in sympathy with the great Irish people who have been overrun for the last 700 years by the tyrants of Great Britain. We are in sympathy with the people of India, with a population of 380 million, who are also dominated by Great Britain. We are in sympathy with the Chinese, with the Egyptians, but one and all, we are in sympathy with ourselves, and we shall so unite our forces that within the next decade, we shall find ourselves a free people and a great people too. Therefore, let me again welcome you to Liberty Hall. We will not prolong the service this afternoon because we are to prepare for the greater service tonight. I thought I would just let that have a chance to just sink in there for a minute. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to let that sink in overnight. So tomorrow, I will read this speech from the second convention, the second UNIA International Convention. That one was held in 1920, and it was held in, that one was held in 1920. The next one was held August 1st, 1921, and you may or may not know, Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born 1897 on August 17. But the reason he chose the August 1st for the International Convention did not have so much to do with his birthday as it did to do with the fact that that was the Independence Day of Africans under the British colonizers, the British in the former British colonies. Their Independence Day was, or at least the day that they ended slavery, was also on August 1st. Maybe they were trying to compete with July 4th. I don't know. Can't say why exactly the British decided on that particular day. But needless to say, these conventions went on, and as you may or may not know, thousands and thousands of people attended these conventions. I know Garvey had one convention in Madison Square Garden where he had, I think it was this one as a matter of fact, where 25,000 people were in attendance. 25 filled. You filled Madison Square Garden, and it wasn't a concert. There was no booty shaking. There was no turkin, jerking, or quirking going on. It was strictly to listen and put one's mind in accord with the mind of Garvey. That independence and freedom are something that we were going to have to work for and fight for even after so-called slavery ended, even after the so-called Emancipation Proclamation, even after the 13th, 14th, and the 15th amendments to the U.S. Constitution. We were still going to have to continue to fight for our freedom and our liberty, and that's why they called their meeting place Liberty Hall. I've got some more research to do on that. I'm going to be checking some things out. I may have some more information to bring you about Liberty Hall and the Liberty Halls, etc. But in the meanwhile, this is Doc Ock signing off today. I will be black tonight, 9 p.m., because you know this is Doc Ock at noon and 9 EST. We're not on PST or any other ET. We're on Eastern Standard Time. So you can check in here with us every day. If you miss us, everything's recorded on Facebook and YouTube. So last but not least, go ahead and make sure, if you haven't already, give us a like on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. And then go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel. The button is right below. You'll find it right below in the underneath the description area. Okay? So go ahead and do those things. And look for us again tonight when we continue to read from a book that I must have taken upstairs. I thought I had it right here. That's oh, no, I know. I'm taking some pictures out of it. Okay, so we'll continue reading from our book about Marcus Garvey, the children's version. So you can get both versions. It's good to listen to both versions because the children's version goes into more historical facts and gives you a better timeline. Whereas what we're doing on at this time is to give you more words of wisdom from Marcus Garvey himself. All right. In the meanwhile, peace with justice, because anything less disgusts us. And let me give a wave and a shout out to Rasta Troy. I see you over there. And I see Solomon Israel. And I don't see anybody else in there. I think that's all for now. So peace at least as we go to the extra. Going to the extra.